Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to Transform with Ryan, where I do pick a card tarot readings to transform your mind, heart, and soul. And in today's pick a card reading, we are going to be taking a look at your September 2022 predictions. And what a collection of options that we got pulled out for you here. It looks like those fall colors that I often associate with the month of September, October, November. So, first option we have Crocus. Second option is Oleander. And the third option is mustard. So go ahead and do a little meditation if that helps you decide which card is calling you the most. Closing your eyes, take a deep breath in, and a nice exhale with a sigh out. And take as many breaths as you need. And whenever you are ready, go ahead and open those gorgeous eyes and see which one of these three cards calls to you the most. And I will see you at your reading. Timestamps and chapter markers are below. Hey there, Star Fam. For those of you that were drawn to this first option here, Crocus, this is your reading. Welcome to your September 2022 predictions. And so the story behind this plan is that it is very, very determined. And even though it's frosty and cold AF, this plant will find a way to manage to bloom through. And so what I'm sensing here with the month of September overall, for those of you drawn to this card, is that this is a time where your determination and your willpower will truly benefit you and come in handy. So maybe some of you know that as maybe being called stubborn, right? But this stubbornness is going to serve you so well in the month of September. It's going to help carry you through the month and overcome any obstacles or challenges that may arise. And so if you've enjoyed any one of my monthly predictions in the past, you know I like to break it down to beginning, middle, and end of the month. So let's take a look at the energies of the beginning, middle, end of September for my amazing card number 1, Crocus crew up in here. All right, I feel like a shuffle is in order. Okay. One more shuffle. One more shuffle. And I'm feeling like asking, what is one of your favorite places in the world? Comment it down below. What is one of your favorite places in the world? And I have to say right now, I'm kind of partial to Bali, not gonna lie. But I also do love Hawaii, which is my home state where I was born. So let me know in the comments down below, what is one of your favorite places in the world? Now, for the beginning of the month, the energies look like Goddess of the Moon. And in the middle of the month, we have Door to Romance. Oh, snap. Okay, some love coming through for you. And at the end of the month, we have Contract. Okay, so let's take a look. Maybe I'll put it like this for now. Let's take a look at this set of cards here and see what story, what narrative they're sharing with us for your month of September. So what I'm seeing here in the beginning of the month is definitely this is a time for yourself, okay? The moon energy speaks a lot to the subconscious, to the dreams, your true identity, okay? Because the sun definitely is a reflection of who you are out in the world, how you show up, how you engage with other people. But the moon is a very deeply personal planet. It's a deep sign. This is all your feelings and emotions that you don't share with everybody, okay? All the things that you keep personal, that you keep to yourself, that you don't express, maybe because you're shy or you're just a private person or you don't really, want to be that open with all your thoughts and feelings. That's all that is existing within the moon energy, okay? So it's a very, very personal, very private, very intimate sign. And that's the energy that I'm sensing for you in this first week, is like really connecting with yourself again. And I'm sensing here that it's really about, what is your life all about? I'm sensing this energy of like, Why are you here? What are you aiming for? I'm sensing, revisiting your goals in a way, right? Because we were talking about that determination and willpower. And maybe in the past month or so of August, July kind of time frame, you've really been challenged. It felt like, the universe was trying it. The world was challenging you. And you've learned a lot of lessons, that's for sure, and you've overcome a lot of hurdles and obstacles. And this first part of September is really going to set the tone now of like, okay, out of everything that I've learned, out of everything that was revealed to me, what am I going to take forward with me? What did I learn about myself, and how can I express that truth and that knowledge that I've connected with? Now, here in the middle of the month, definitely, look at this, door to romance, right? So for those of you that are single, I see that it's very, very highly likely that you're going to meet someone special here in the middle of September. And for those of you that are already in a partnership, the romantic vibes are super high in the middle of the month. Maybe it'll be a good time for you to plan a very romantic date or evening, or better yet, like maybe a romantic getaway for just you and your boo. So the energies for romance are very strong, very potent, and supportive during the middle of the month. And here, with the energy of contract. So what I'm sensing here is something that you've been working hard for, right? Throughout this month and any preceding months. Whatever you've been working hard for, you are going to start seeing these results. Things are going to start coming to fruition here at the end of September, okay? You see Lady Justice here. And so I'm seeing like all the effort and energy you've put into something is going to come due towards the end of September. You're going to be able to finally reap some of the things that you've sown. And I say some of because I get the feeling here that it's not going to be the whole shebang. It's just going to be a taste. And it's only going to magnify and become even more incredible and amazing as the rest of the year moves on. So continue to work hard, okay, throughout this first part of September. Don't give in. Tap into that willpower, that determination to carry you through any points of fatigue, and everything will pay off here towards the end of the month. You'll really start to see the rewards and the benefits, okay? So I am going to just arrange it like this for right now, and let's pull some fortune cards to get some more details on this period in the beginning of the month, where it's all about introversion, introspection, going within and connecting with who you are, what you want, and how you want to exist in the world, okay? Not how you want to necessarily present yourself to the world, but how do you want to exist in the world? How do you want to just be versus how you want to do, okay? And let's get one more card, Spirit, if I may. Okay, I feel like it was this one here on the top. So we have chair filled. Someone new is entering your life. Interesting. I feel like that's probably a segue into the second week. So perhaps towards the end of the first, the beginning portion of the month and moving into the middle portion, this person you are going to cross paths with, this person you're meant to meet here. Maybe for romantic reasons, or again, if you're in a romantic partnership, it could just be like someone new, a new contact, business partner, friend. Arrow, you are on the right path regarding some aspect of your life. There you go. So I'm feeling that, in this first month, it's really about getting in alignment with who you are, how you've grown in the past, few months, maybe even a year or two, and what that all means for you moving forward. And lastly, we have Tower, solid foundation, success with effort. There you go, the kind of theme of this month. Effort, determination, willpower will bring you success, no doubt. And what I'm seeing here too is that doing, a lot of times people feel like when they're on this journey of life, when they're working towards achieving their goals, it's like do, act, right? The energy is very masculine, but you do have to take these points in time along the journey to reflect and integrate. As I've been on this spiritual path for like years now, continue to grow and evolve, not just spiritually, but even like as an entrepreneur, right? As a content creator, that these periods of integration are so invaluable to really reflect and make sense in my mind and my heart, like what just happened. Because life can be a whirlwind sometimes. It just be taking you places and you don't even have a chance to like catch your breath, And so this is a great time for you to do so, okay? Because that will help create that solid foundation. Um, there has to be that balance between the yin and the yang with doing and just being in order to have success truly show up for you. Now, real quick, I just want to get more info on this. Someone new is entering your life because I feel like there's something juicy there. I don't know about you. I'm getting the sense that you probably want to know more about this chair filled part as well. So let's call in some assistance from spirit to help us understand and clarify what this is all about here for you, my amazing Crocus crew. Okay, one more shuffle. Okay, so tell us more about this chair filled. We have judgment. Okay, so this was a fated meeting. Definitely has a lot of implications for your life moving forward. So I'm sensing soulmate energy coming through, whether that be romantic, whether that be just like that camaraderie, that deep connection and friendship and bond with somebody that really just gets you. You know what I'm saying? So a fated meeting, like you're meant to cross paths. It was in your soul contracts before coming into this lifetime. We also have 8 of coins. So a lot of learning coming through here is what I'm seeing here. And a lot of making sense and understanding of pains in the past. And I feel like there's going to be this revelation, this clarity coming through when you meet this person of maybe why certain like crappy things happened to you before. And it's going to really help bring you back to peace. All right. And we have 4 of Wands, okay? So this beautiful energy here of celebration, okay? And definitely for, oh my God, that sounded like an elephant, didn't it? It was actually a truck. That's so crazy. It sounded like an elephant. I was like, oh my gosh, I wouldn't put it out of the realm of possibilities that an elephant would randomly show up here in Bali in this area. That would be so crazy. And yet not unsurprising. Anywho. So I'm definitely sensing some celebration here. And for those of you, again, that are single, maybe you're in a relationship even, like this energy of love and connection of just like rightness is going to come through here as well with this person that's coming into your life as we transition from the beginning to the middle of September, okay? And not that there's going to be like a ceremony or party of sorts when this happens, but it's definitely going to be something worth celebrating to connect with this divine, wonderful being that you have just been dying to meet, whether you were consciously aware of it or not. Okay, so let's put that off to the side there, and we are going to move on to the middle of the month, door to romance. Okay, got some juicy stuff happening over here for my singles. And then also for the people, who are in a relationship, it's going to be a nice time to connect with your partner. So we have boot. Increase your efforts if you want to achieve your goals. Okay, so you cannot just sit on your butt and just receive love. You're going to have to do your part. You're going to have to send those text messages. You're going to have to look at those itineraries, right? Look at the hotel. Look at the activities you might want to do in your weekend getaway with your boo. You're going to have to do your part, okay, to nurture this connection, this love in your life. Oh, we got boot and a hat. We got article of clothing. Oh my gosh, maybe there's going to be shirt next. So you will be playing a different role. Okay. So what I'm seeing here is, maybe some of you guys were the chasers, the initiators in the past when it comes to relationships. And now it's going to kind of switch to a different role, being more in the receiving, taking a step back, softer energies, or vice versa, kind of depending, right? You might have to, instead of sitting on your butt, you got to step it up a notch here, okay? And lastly here for this middle of the month, you have star. Okay, so we didn't get shirt, but that's okay. This is a great card as well. So star card, guaranteed success. So this opportunity to really connect on this romantic level with a new person or with someone in your life is going to be amazing for both of you, actually. So I'm excited for you. That sounds so beautiful to meet a genuine connection and to nurture a genuine connection with another human being. Now, moving on into the end of the month here. What do we got cooking for you with this contract? Okay, I'm feeling some really big energy towards the end of September for you. And Cobweb, protected from negative forces beyond your control. Oh my God, there's that success, okay? So ain't nobody gonna get in the way of what you deserve, of you cashing out, like getting some progress, getting some results showing for all your efforts. And we also have Shield. You need to defend yourself. Ooh, okay, okay. I feel like we're gonna need a little bit more info on that card, but definitely what I'm getting is that it's just gonna not gonna be a wham bam. Like here you go, here's your value meal with all the bells and whistles. You know what I'm saying? I feel like with this, with the shield, defend yourself. Um, you're definitely going to have to maybe like justify in some way, shape, or form, like the receiving of your blessings, okay? The receiving of the fruits of your labor. I'm getting a sense here, which is so interesting, is that you're one of those people that, sometimes you're very humble and maybe too humble, even, all right? Where you don't really take credit where credit is due. And you deserve a lot of credit. And now is not the time to like downplay it here, okay? Now is the time to be like, yeah, I'm pretty boss. Yeah, I got it going on and I know it and I'm worth it. And to keep that momentum and that strength going, okay? This isn't a fluke. Okay, maybe some of you might be thinking, oh, this is some minor success, but I know there's more success down the road. I think, but who knows? Maybe not. Maybe this was just a hiccup. Like, no, this is for real, okay? This is for real success. This is setting you up for even greater successes down the road. And so you need to be, confident and empowered in that way of thinking, okay? That this wasn't a fluke, that everything is working out exactly as it should. And you have bird flying. News is on the way. There you go. So, good news is what I'm getting. I mean, like right here, it's with this guaranteed success, okay? And I feel like Spirit is like, look at this flow here as well and just bring it to your attention. So here we have solid foundation, success with effort, guaranteed success. News is on the way. It's all this positive energy, this positive momentum moving forward for you as September progresses. And I think this is so, 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 so sweet here. Okay. Let's find out a little bit about this defend yourself and news is on the way. I'm hearing that one card for each will suffice. So let's start with the shield. You need to defend yourself. I feel like there's another message that needs to be passed on with that card, Spirit. So please let us know what that is. The devil. Oh, okay. So, you deserve this success, but there is somebody in your life who is going to not really ruin it, but very close to that, okay? Like they're gonna just be like, oh, whatever, you just got lucky this time. Or, oh, let's see if you can keep this up. Like they're not gonna be super good at celebrating with you. They're gonna kind of like, what is that? Like deflate your balloon a little bit, right? Like you're riding high, you're like, oh yay, things are finally working out, things are coming together, this is so awesome. And then this, negative Nancy person or like overly pragmatic and practical person is going to come in and try to just give you this slap of like reality to your face. And really, you should just be flying high, okay? You should just really be living it up, soaking up all this amazing energy coming your way. That's what you need to do. So just ignore this little snake over here, this little troublemaker. Okay, now news is on the way. Let's see what that's about. Two of Swords. Okay, so this news is going to be very clarifying news. So here you can see like the Two of Swords. It's in this very standstill kind of position, eyes closed, and there's no telling like what is happening here beyond the fire, beyond the stress, beyond the anxiety, beyond the fear, beyond the doubt. So you're going to get some clarity on that. And it's going to be, again, like I said, very good news. So I'm sensing this release and relief from confusion, doubt, worry, and fear, all right, with the news that is coming in. Oh my gosh, I'm really excited for your month of September, my Crocus crew. So there you go. There are your predictions for September 2022. Thank you so much for tuning in to your reading today, Star Fam. Make sure to like and comment down below what you're calling in from your reading, and definitely share this reading with anybody who you think would enjoy the messages shared just as much as you did. Now, the thing that I love about the tarot is that it opens up our mind and our hearts to a world of possibilities. What's possible for us when it comes to love? What's possible for us when it comes to career and our dream life? But once we know that, how do we make sure it happens? How do we manifest these things into reality? And just as important, how do we identify the things that are totally blocking us and stopping us from getting what we want so we can move them out of the way? Well, to do that, I invite you to book an energy alignment session with me. The link to do so is in the description box below, and let's sort this out for you. I look forward to connecting with you, and until next time, have a beautiful day. Bye! Hey there, Star Fam. Welcome to your September 2022 predictions. For those of you that were drawn to the Oleander card, the clouds are really moving through the mountains here in Bali and like creating different lighting intensities for this reading today. So here with this Oleander card, what I'm really feeling into with what this card represents overall for the month of September is that this is going to be a month where you're really like planning things out and thinking about a lot of different scenarios that you could follow through on moving forward here, okay? And what I'm hearing is that you're going to have to definitely be very mindful and be very thoughtful about every action that you take moving forward. It has to be very intentional. It has to be very purposeful, okay? So this is not a month where you can just kind of like go with the flow and just like ride with the wind. I'm feeling this month is going to be very intentional for you, okay? And it's not so much always going to be about should I do this? Should I do that? It's going to be a little bit more of like, is it really necessary for me to do that? Or would the better course of action to right now is to not take action, to just observe and to just see what actually is happening here before I make a move, okay? So the energy isn't one of that like where you volunteered to go first and just give it a go because you're so adventurous. It's more of the energy of like, okay, let me maybe let a couple of other things happen and play out and see how those go first. Then I'll make my move. Then I'll take action. You know, there's this energy of being very calculated, very sharp, very strategic, okay? I'm sensing a lot of strategy energy here coming through for your September, okay? So it's not all just about doing here. A lot of this energy is also about balancing it out with just resting, rejuvenating, observing, okay? So for those of you that have seen some of my monthly forecasts before, let's go ahead and break it down to beginning, middle, and end of September, as I love to do. So for the beginning of September, you have, okay, oh, a couple of cards came out. Isn't that something? Now, before I reveal these cards, you know I love to ask questions of my viewers and audience. So I would like to know, what is one of your favorite places in the world? So obviously y'all know I'm pretty partial to Bali right now. I'm loving the energies here, but also my home state of Hawaii is also one of my favorite places on earth. So let me know in the comments down below, what is one of your favorite places on earth? Now, for the beginning of the month, you have Journey and the Garden and the Gates. Okay, so I'm sensing that there's this energy of wanting to move here, okay? So the gate, I can see as sort of like an enclosed space, very defined borders and boundaries, and I sense that you want to step out of it. You want to expand. You want to grow out of it. You want to explore maybe a little bit, something new here, okay? And that energy is very strong for you. I'm sensing a little bit of restlessness here. And I think that's why this card was urging a little bit of a caution, okay? That you might just need to be thoughtful and plan and strategize and think about things a little bit before taking action, despite this urge and this feeling that you should or that you want to. All right, so let's pull out for the middle and the end of the month, the overall energies and themes. Oops. Okay, hold on a second. I will go fix the door here in just a moment. Let's just get your 2 cards out for the middle and the end. Ooh, the World. And door to Spirit. Okay, let me pause this for a second and go address this door, and I will be right back. Okay, sorry about that, loves. Let's get back into your reading here. So for the middle of the month, you see the World here. So definitely a lot of restlessness happening here, okay? Like wanting to change locations. Maybe you're kind of in that feeling, in that mood, just like I was a couple months back, where it's like, I need an adventure. I need to get out of my house. I need to move locations. I need something new. I need new energy because everything's feeling so stagnant right now. And that's how I ended up in Bali. And so, not saying that you need to be moving or going anywhere by the middle of the month, but for some of you, it's going to be a big possibility. For others of you, it's again, making the solid plans, okay? Especially if you're feeling like the move is going to be permanent, okay? If you're feeling like the move is something that's going to be longer than just like a vacation or a little holiday for you, okay? So I'm sensing that many of you are going to be in that space of planning some type of trip, planning some type of travel. And for others of you, it's definitely going to be about moving, okay? Whether that's to another state, another city, another country, another neighborhood, whatever it is. The energy here for September is really supporting this planning phase and helping you really weigh the pros and cons of should I not do it? What can I look forward to? What am I actually trying to fulfill by this move? Okay, like again, what is the intention behind this? Really understanding that. Because so I'm feeling the energy of Spirit as far as advice goes with this moving idea and like traveling idea is, are you looking at this as a way to grow and thrive and expand? Or are you looking at this as a means of escape from something that you're like not wanting to face or that makes you uncomfortable, okay? Because that escape strategy, it's not really gonna serve you in the long run, okay? And it may just be best to stick around and address whatever uncomfortable, difficult energies are there rather than kind of run away from it, okay? Now, at the end of the month, we have Door to Spirit. So definitely I'm sensing and feeling that you are going to have some sort of spiritual activation happening towards the end of September, where I'm seeing it's like these puzzle pieces are just clicking into place and things are making sense to you, and the way forward becomes so clear now, okay? So you're spending a lot of the time of this month like knowing that there's some kind of change that needs to happen, but not knowing how best to go about it or what's entirely right for you. And by the end of the month, you'll have that moment of alignment and you're gonna be like, I see you now. I know what's up. I know what I'm supposed to be doing. Okay. And I get the sense too that things will support you once you've made that choice, that decision, that realization. Okay, it's like things are going to line up in this nice, neat little row and everything's gonna go quite smoothly. When you start implementing whatever plan you decide on, okay? And I'm feeling too the energy is like to be continued moving into October, okay? Which is interesting because I didn't get that with the first reading, but with your reading, I totally sense that October is going to be some continuation of this energy that is present here in September. So let's get some more cards to get a little bit more details on this first part of September here, okay, when you're kind of in like, I want to move, I want to do, and a lot of maybe thinking mode here, but not having the means or the ability to act just yet. So let's kind of see what's cooking here. Okay, so the first one that came out was egg. Oh my God, we have like a meal here. We have egg, carrot, turkey. So, egg, success assured with good plans and hard work. There you go. That's the key thing, good plans. So, even though you're feeling restless, even though you feel the urge to just do something, maybe spontaneous, something crazy and wild and unexpected, resist the urge, okay? Because Spirit is saying, make some plans here, okay? Make some plans. Maybe some of you have even been thinking about leaving your job because you're kind of not thriving there. And Spirit is saying, okay, before you like put in your 2 week notice, like just think about what your next step is going to be, okay? Don't be acting on impulse. That's definitely what I'm feeling here is like, do not act on impulse. So we have opportunity or windfall, and someone is behaving stupidly. Okay, so there we go. What I'm seeing here is that definitely there are some opportunities and some windows for you to take advantage of that probably are going to feel quite tempting. But again, make some plans. Don't get into this mindset of like, if I don't do it now, I'm never going to do it. Because that's not kind of the energy that I'm getting here from your reading. I'm getting that the opportunity is not for a limited time. Okay, it's not transient. This opportunity, you have some time to think about it. You have some time to plan regarding that. And definitely this turkey energy is like, do not be impulsive, okay? Because you might regret the decisions you make here in the beginning of the month if you act on impulse alone, all right? And then perhaps for some of you that are thinking about escaping, so escaping your job, escaping your home, escaping, the country you live in, whatever, because you just need some fresh energy. Really, like, maybe take a step back and look at the whole picture here, because maybe at the core of it, it's actually not that bad. Maybe it's just one person that's kind of ruining it for everybody, right? It's like that one bad apple in the bunch kind of just can ruin the other apples. It might be that energy, okay? And it might not be worth putting yourself in a compromising position just to escape someone who's acting a fool. You know what I mean? Like, maybe you stand your ground and assert yourself and create your boundaries. And maybe this person might find an exit, okay? Maybe this person might find their way exiting your life and leaving the premises, okay? Security, your guardians, your guides might escort this person out. So, maybe don't give in right away before this person has a chance to, I don't know, get their karma, I guess. Okay, let's see in the middle of the month with the World card here, what we got cooking for ya. So a lot of opportunities, a lot of promise, a lot of pathways that you can go on here, whether that's, with a new career, new job, or even just the traveling bit, okay? So this really jumped out like crazy. Danger, especially in money matters. Okay, so for sure, like really take a look at your finances, because if you're going to move, that does cost money, right? It does cost time. If you're going to switch jobs, there might be a period where you're not receiving a paycheck as you transition or do training or whatever. Or maybe there might be a period of time where you're taking a sabbatical and like maybe you leave your job and you have like a month off before you start your next job. And so just make sure that your finances are in order and that you're able to pay your bills, put food in your belly, and take care of those you're responsible for before you make, again, any impulsive or rash decisions. So here we have grasshopper. Situations in the balance that require careful handling. There you go. It's exactly what we were just talking about. And then here, horse, short journey. Okay, there we are. So what I'm sensing here is that perhaps just like a little vacation, a little getaway might be a good idea for some of you. Also, maybe not, leaving the state, but maybe moving to a new neighborhood, moving to a new city within that state or country might be a better move, okay? So you don't have to go through any extreme lengths, even though you feel very energized and the notion seems so cool to like just pick up and leave and I don't know, like eat, pray, love it out or something like that. Like maybe you don't have to go to that extreme at all. And maybe there are simpler solutions to whatever you are facing. Okay. So again, be very mindful, be very thoughtful, take all these factors into consideration here. And that's really pulling in this energy of the Oleander that we tuned into earlier on. I'm curious to know a little bit more about this short journey. So let's kind of see what that's about. Because it feels a little bit like the odd one out, right? When we're looking at grasshopper and bear. So I feel like there may be a little bit more to this picture as well. So let's see what that is, Spirit. Please let us know a little bit more about this horse card. 5 of Swords. 10 of Swords. Okay, so I'm definitely feeling like there's going to be a kibosh on your initial plans and your initial thoughts and feelings about what you're going to do. There's going to be a bit of a setback here, a little bit of a reality check, if you will, where it's going to be like, well, darn it. I couldn't really do what I thought I wanted to do, and that's a bummer. And also here, I'm just feeling this energy of like, things aren't quite going to go 100% perfect for you. As you start to organize your thoughts and make plans, you're going to find a few obstacles in the way, or a few things where it's like you hadn't thought about that and now you need to think about it, or else you could end up in a really bad situation, right? Again, like money matters or something like that. So definitely a lot of thought needs to go into what's happening for you and what you've been feeling in the month of September, to avoid any future catastrophes or difficulties. All right. Now, door to Spirit. Okay. So feeling restless, seeing a solution, but kind of also seeing some problems or some kinks in the plan there in the middle of the month. And here with door to Spirit, I feel like things are going to clear up for you. Things are going to make sense for you now, and you're going to be able to take the first steps on your plan, on your action here. All right. So let's see what that is all about here, with some clarifiers. Okay. Oh, wow. We got a lot of cards here, actually, that wanted to show up for you. So, wow. Thank you, Spirit, for being so generous. Okay, so we got Dark Woman. Okay, so definitely some divine feminine or female energy coming through towards the end of the month to help you with this spiritual phase, this alignment, this growth on a conscious level here. And we also have boat, money or property through an inheritance, winning or windfall. Ooh, okay, so maybe money was an issue in the middle of the month, and now that's going to be cleared up. You're going to have some finances that you are going to be able to work with, help your plans be a little bit more flexible. And we have fire, strong emotion, passionate love or hate. And that is a spiritual awakening, if I've ever heard, right? These very, very strong emotions. And that kind of go back and forth between high and low, where it's like you experience these moments of spiritual ecstasy and nirvana because everything just makes sense and you feel so sure of stuff. And then you have these moments where it's like, wait, am I going crazy? And you have to like maybe address some shadow aspects within you that that bring to light some insecurities, okay, and that make you doubt and hesitate. So there's a lot of like ups and downs here as it relates to your spiritual growth, but as far as like practical matters, it looks like those things at least are going to get a helping hand here. Now we also got dog barking, advice from a friend, and claw. Be careful, do not take risks. Okay, there we go. So even though this money is coming in, that doesn't mean get crazy, get wild, and like splurge. Like it means, yay, you got some money, like use it wisely. That's what I'm getting is the main message here. And some advice from a friend. So I feel like this is this dark woman energy as well. Okay, so maybe you have a friend who has dark hair or dark skin complexion that's really going to come through and be a significant person in your life here towards the end of September, like someone you're really going to have some meaningful, deep conversations with, some quality time that will really help you get that clarity. on how to proceed after all of these opportunities and ideas have come to you. Um, or maybe you have yet to meet this person. Like, that's also a possibility here, all right? But I'm really getting the sense of like the energy of caution for the month of September and really planning things out and avoid any impulsive acts or actions. All right. So wow, I really thought this reading was very insightful for you for my Oleander card fan. So that was your September 2022 predictions. Thank you so much for tuning in to your reading today, Star Fam. Make sure to like and comment down below what you're calling in from your reading, and definitely share this reading with anybody who you think would enjoy the messages shared just as much as you did. Now, the thing that I love about the tarot is that it opens up our mind and our hearts to a world of possibilities. What's possible for us when it comes to love? What's possible for us when it comes to career and our dream life? But once we know that, how do we make sure it happens? How do we manifest these things into reality? And just as important, how do we identify the things that are totally blocking us and stopping us from getting what we want so we can move them out of the way? Well, to do that, I invite you to book an energy alignment session with me. The link to do so is in the description box below, and let's sort this out for you. I look forward to connecting with you, and until next time, have a beautiful day. Bye! Hey there, Star Fam. Welcome to your reading for those of you that were drawn to the mustard card over here. So this is all about your September 2022 predictions, okay? So what is coming through with this mustard card here? Well, really what is coming through is paying attention to detail, okay? And what I'm seeing here is the key to your success, the key to moving forward in a very strong, powerful, positive direction is in the details here, okay? So what I'm hearing is that definitely be mindful of the little things in the month of September. Like, don't overlook anything, okay? And it's not like necessarily saying that things are going to go wrong if you're not paying attention. Is like, it's not really that at all. But what I'm sensing more is that there are going to be a lot of opportunities to get even further ahead if you pay attention to those details, okay? There's this saying, is like, there's something in the details. Like, there's blank in the details. Is it beauty in the details? I'm not sure. Maybe if you know what that saying is, comment it down below, please, because I'm having like a major brain fart moment here. Is it beauty in the details or oh God, anyways, I don't even know. But the point is there is going to be a huge benefit for those of you that can really have an eye for the finer things of your situations, like the minutia in whatever situation comes through. And I feel like we'll get more information of like what exactly this thing is all about when we pull more cards for you, okay? But that's kind of like the overall theme, the overall message is really hone in, get very clear, pay attention to the details, don't overlook anything, okay, in the month of September. Now, let's pull some cards to break it down. Y'all know how I like to do for my monthly readings, is breaking it down into beginning, middle, and end of the month. So while I shuffle these energy cards, why don't you let me know? My question for the day, for the video is, what is one of your favorite places on the earth, in the world? So obviously, I'm a bit partial to Bali right now, loving the energies here, and I'm also partial to Hawaii, the beautiful Hawaiian Islands where I was born. So let me know in the comments down below, what is one of your favorite places on earth? And with that, let's get into your beginning, middle, and end. So beginning of the month is anxiety. Middle of the month, we have healer of the ages. And end of the month, door to value. Okay, so I see this progression now, all right? So definitely, maybe some of you are worrying about something right? Overall, in the beginning of the month, you have a lot of worries, you have a lot of concerns, a lot of things coming up that are very uncertain, and it's causing you to stress out a bit, maybe have a little bit of a freak out. And really, the solution is looking into the details here. Okay, like you're just kind of maybe seeing this bigger picture, and the bigger picture seems to be telling you, like, no. Okay, but if you like zoom in and look at the little details, you can actually see how the problem can be addressed, how this can be fixed, how something can work out in your favor and not be a complete wash or a complete failure. Like, no, there is some detail in here in your situation that if you go looking and have a very keen eye for it, you will find it, and it will help alleviate a lot of this stress and anxiety. All right. Now, what I'm seeing here moving into the middle of the month is that maybe it would be appropriate to have someone come in and help you out. Okay, like you don't have to do anything on your own, like ever. You can always get assistance. You can always get a guide, a mentor, a coach, a teacher, like someone who has been in the situation you are in and navigated it successfully and made it through with flying colors, or made it through with some valuable lessons to pass on to people so they don't repeat any of the mistakes that they made. Okay, so there is a resource available for you to help you move forward through the situation. So whatever details or possible solutions you find, it seems to be the case that you're going to need someone to help you implement them. All right. And then by the end of the month, bam, honey, like it is solved. It is going to work out great. You're going to come out on top. Maybe you're doing some kind of renovation project, or maybe you have some kind of bills that need to be paid or something like that. And you're going to get some help from a contractor, a financial planner, financial advisor, whatever. And you are going to have to pay less than you initially thought. Okay, maybe you'll get a deal, like a bargain. Or better yet, I mean, if you're in a situation where this is possible, you'll even see a profit. Okay, and there will be no loss of money or minimization of loss. Instead, it will be a gain. Ooh, oh my gosh, I'm loving this. I'm loving this. But you got to look at the details, okay? You got to make some effort first to understand your situation inside and out, and troubleshoot and brainstorm and whatever. Like, it's not just going to like land in your lap, and you're not just going to like suddenly have this epiphany like, oh, I know exactly what the problem is and how to solve it. Like, no, you're going to have to do a little bit of investigating, okay? Now, let's get some more info, some more of the 411 on the beginning of the month with some of these fortune cards. Okay. I just love the shape of these. These are so fun to shuffle with. My goodness. Okay, fine. We're going to do 4. I usually just do 3, but we got 4 for you. Hey. So, we have 4-leaf clover. Oh, appropriate. 4 cards with a 4-leaf clover as the first one that shows up. Okay, Spirit, we know you're with us. Thank you so much. It says 4-leaf clover, great, good fortune. Okay, so definitely I'm seeing that once you identify this problem, you're like, oh, thank goodness I found this. Thank goodness I saw this, because now I can fix it and things aren't going to be as bad as I envisioned them to be. We have V, victory in some endeavor. Okay, so seek and ye shall find, I believe is how the saying goes. Yeah. And we have vulture, worry, depression. Oh my gosh, I totally read it like worry, depression, anxiety. Wow, Mom. Depression, anxiety, worry that someone is against you. Oh, so maybe some of you are freaking out because you think someone is doing you dirty. You think someone is being shady McShaderson here. And that may or may not be true. Okay, we'll pull some cards to kind of clarify. Let's put these together because they're like in the family of anxiety together. Oh gosh, that sounds awful, right? Cup, you should accept valid criticism. Ooh, okay, so maybe someone's trying to help you out and you're getting a bit defensive on your situation. Maybe you feel ashamed about what went down, and I get it. That is a very valid response to difficulties, to feel ashamed about having them in your life. But, let that feeling wash through you and become more solution focused, because there's something out there. Okay, everyone makes mistakes, like literally everybody. And so just own up to it. Okay, release the shame and allow the solution to present itself. Okay, and this criticism, criticism can be like a very harsh word. I sense it's more like of a Oh, like maybe if you had done this, this would have ended out better. Oh yeah, that's that. I've seen a lot of people go through that before, and they've made the same mistakes you've made, and um, it's been tough. But don't worry, we can get you out of it, right? So it's kind of like that type of thing where it's like they acknowledge that there was a mistake or a problem, but it's not like they're trying to like grill you or like ream you on it. You know what I'm saying? So tell us more about this depression anxiety thing here. Worrying that someone is against you. Like, what is the truth about that? Is there someone that my mustard group needs to be aware of and be mindful of and keep an eye on in this situation? Okay, let's see. So we have Two of Wands. Okay, someone is being two-faced, that's for sure. So there is someone you got to be on the lookout for. Someone is really not helping you out. They probably, it seems like maybe they're working a little bit against you. Maybe they're doing something sneaky and underhanded behind your back that could even be the source of these problems. So that's, I think, this detail, okay? Look at the details and how people are talking to you, how people are interacting with you, the body language, the the actions that they're taking or not taking. So be very, very observant of the people around you, because some of them, well, not some of them, one of them isn't right. We have Page of Swords. It's probably someone younger than you, someone that's probably quite intelligent. Okay, Page the Swords energy is very intelligent, very logic driven. This person could also be a Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini, because Swords is air energy. So if you know of a Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini in your life that you've had some doubts and some misgivings about, and you think something's up with them, it could be that person. And Nine of Coins. So it looks like what I'm getting from the energies here is just definitely, yes, someone is being two-faced, and someone that's likely younger than you, likely an air sign, someone who's very, very smart, very, very intelligent. And you know, sometimes that intelligence and that smarts, it could be twisted, you know, into cunning um, energy, and not in a good way. And here with the Nine of Coins, I'm also sensing it's someone that probably looks like they're well off. And the thing is, what I'm getting here is it's like a lot about appearances. It's like they look more well off than they actually are. Okay, it's kind of like that person who buys all those designer clothes and bags and shoes, designer wear, and they look like $1 million, but really their bank account is like in the negatives, right? Like they're owing money, they maxed out their cards, they're late on payments, but they look like they're rich. You know what I'm saying? So I'm getting that energy. It's like they look like they're put together, they look like they have it all figured out, but they're doing something sneaky, you know, and underhanded here to get what they want. And maybe they're even feeling pushed into a corner, right? Like they have to be sneaky and stuff, or else they're going to get in trouble. Oh my God, it reminds me of this movie. It's called Perfect Pairing on Netflix. Have you seen it? Like, comment down below if you've seen it. I think it takes place in Australia. My gosh, I really do enjoy Australian and like New Zealand accents. Like, love them. But there was like, in the beginning of the movie, there's this like really powerful, really successful woman who's like the main character in the story, and she's about to present something to her boss, and then one of her coworkers like steals the idea. And like, yeah, of course that's like a really crappy thing to do to somebody, but then that other person that stole the idea was like worried they were about to lose their job. So like they got desperate, right? It was like desperate times call for desperate measures. And so they did something really sneaky and underhanded. So it definitely could be the situation with this person. Like maybe they're not really like a mean and nasty person down to the core, but they have been backed into a corner and now are taking extreme measures here. So again, look at the details. You don't want to look like a fool or look like a vengeful, crazy, mad person that scares everybody. Like, look into the details, see what's up first, and then make the call. If you need to, put this person in their place, you need to check them, or you just need to say like, hey, this is not cool what you're doing. It's not acceptable. So either you own up and explain, the shady things you've been doing, or I will rat you out. And rat you out as like such a bad thing, but or I will have to defend myself and protect myself from the repercussions of your actions. Yeah. Oh, that sounds so PC, right? Next, for this Middle portion of the month, we have Healer of the Ages. So someone is going to come in and help you out and mediate a situation, give you the solution, implement things for you, help you take action to get out of that doubt energy and anxiety energy 100. So we have heartache over what you no longer have. Okay, so it sounds like you're going to have to do an exchange here. You're going to have to let something go in order to get something. We have crib, birth or conception of a child or enterprise. That one's interesting. I'm sensing that this Healer of the Ages, it's birth of an idea is what I'm hearing here. Okay, birth of an idea, birth of a strategy, birth of an action plan. You know, if you've ever been in those meetings, it's like you brainstorm what needs to get done and how to achieve it, and then you create an action plan, like a step-by-step process to bring this goal, this vision into life. Okay, what else we got from Spirit? And there it goes, that one right there. We got Fly, a period of ill health and depression. Okay, so this stress is really gonna do a number on you, honey. You know, like I've seen it hundreds and hundreds of times when I worked as a PA in the clinic. It's like people really work themselves into illness, into sickness, into poor health. And then they're forced to take a break. They're forced to take a time out. And it's, you know, no one really likes being sick, right? It can be kind of miserable at times and very, very uncomfortable. And so all the more reason you probably, if you need to, go see a doctor, go see a medical provider, and make sure it's nothing more serious than just maybe being burnt out or stressed out, dealing with a little bit of anxiety, a little bit of an adjustment disorder through this rough patch in your life. But go ahead and get checked out. I have a feeling that some of you, that will be very, very important if you are feeling unwell, of course, in the middle of September, okay? And get the help that you need before anything gets worse. But, you know, I'm sensing this person's going to help you as you go through the motions of dealing with losing something, but at the same time gaining something and getting a new idea, getting a new direction, getting a new path being open up for you, okay? I'm sensing it like a little bit of bittersweet energy here, but it's good that you have this support person. You have someone that has healing energy, whether or not they identify as like a doctor, physician assistant, nurse practitioner, Reiki healer, or hypnotist, therapist, whatever. Like, even if they don't identify as officially as a healer, there is someone that's going to be your shoulder to cry on, that rock to support you through the difficult times, okay, that keeps you grounded, that is there for you. So you'll have that. So that's the beauty of it, okay? So don't get too worried or discouraged here, but just know that it sounds like some of the things that you've been facing coming into September, you know, it's not going to be quite over yet in the beginning of the month, into the middle of the month, and that there are some things that still need to be addressed, but you do have help. So let's look here at door to value. Okay, the end of the month is going to end on a good note. Thank goodness, right? Thank goodness we're going to be able to leave all this yucky energy behind. So jumping out, we have Flag. Do not be tempted to lower your standards. Okay, I love that. So stand your ground, own who you are, know that you're worth it, know that you have value, know that you can do it, know that you're capable, know that whatever this challenge is that you're working through in the first part of the month, like you got everything you need to overcome this and rise above it. And you have help as well for any areas in which you need the assistance. Okay, good. So we have Man and Archway. New opportunities, possibilities, and paths are opening up. Oh, what a beautiful and optimistic note to end on in the month. So I'm definitely sensing here that this healer energy is going to come from a man or someone that identifies as male, okay? And I feel like, you know, there's almost like this energy like of a test where it's like you went through this hardship and you're going to be faced with new opportunities and new possibilities and paths opening up. And are you going to revert back to old patterns and old beliefs? Or are you going to step into this new healed and empowered version of you? Okay. I know some people do that. Like there's this, forward and backward, rocking back and forth kind of movement where it's like just take like relationships, for example, right? You have this realization in a relationship that people really mistreat you and they treat you like a doormat and they walk all over you and all that kind of stuff. And then you empower yourself and you're like, no, you don't talk to me like that. Get out of here. I'm erasing you from my contents. I'm blocking your phone number. Like, I'm done with you. We're broken up, whatever, right? We get into that space and then we meet somebody new and they start to show the characteristics of the type of person that we just broke up with. We see those red flags. We see those warning signs. But something in us says, oh no, like they're a completely different person. Like it's not going to end up the same way. Like that was a fluke, da da da. And you know, honestly, that could be a warning sign for and a test from the universe to be like, did you really learn your lesson? Do you really feel empowered and value yourself? Because I'm going to send you someone that is a different face, but exactly the same energy, behaves the same way, acts the same way. It's just looks different. And are you going to be able to catch it sooner than you did before and cut it off? Right? Like that's, I feel like there's like that kind of test. And then once you do, it's like then the real opportunity and the real possibility comes through for you. The one that you desire, that you really want, okay? So there you go. I'm so happy that even though the month might be off to a rough start, it's going to end beautifully. And now that you know, I feel like you're going to pass this test with flying colors and really moving into October, step into the blessings that are rightfully yours. So there you are, your September 2022 predictions. Thank you so much for tuning in to your reading today, Star Fam. Make sure to like and comment down below what you're calling in from your reading, and definitely share this reading with anybody who you think would enjoy the messages shared just as much as you did. Now, the thing that I love about the tarot is that it opens up our mind and our hearts to a world of possibilities. What's possible for us when it comes to love? What's possible for us when it comes to career and our dream life? But once we know that, how do we make sure it happens? How do we manifest these things into reality? And just as important, how do we identify the things that are totally blocking us and stopping us from getting what we want so we can move them out of the way? Well, to do that, I invite you to book an energy alignment session with me. The link to do so is in the description box below, and let's sort this out for you. I look forward to connecting with you, and until next time, have a beautiful day. Bye.